gosh, guys, the cutest thing just came in the mail. No, it wasn't a puppy, but like, it's pretty adorable. Hold on, I have to go get it. Look at this. Look how adorable this is. I don't know if you guys know this, but I love giraffes. Like, love them, love them. If I could own one, I would. And I'm also obsessed with everything being gray. Oh my gosh, I have to put it on. Wait, no, I have lashes on. I got this from Levian Rose in case anyone else is obsessed with giraffes. And no, they're not sponsoring this video. I'm real excited about them. Hello everyone, I'm here today to share with you guys a new buy, and this time I am doing it all around the Flower Beauty brand, which is a brand that was started by Barrymore, and you guys have been requesting this for like years now, so I went out and I bought a ton of stuff from Ulta, and I've been testing it out over the last little while, and I've come up with like my favorite products that were like okay but not my favorites, and then products that just like they didn't work at all for me, like I hated them. And as with all of my buys, I'm going to be doing an emoji rating system where I rate all of the products on a scale of 5 emojis, and obviously this is like the first time ever in the history of buys that I have come up with the emoji in advance, because it's actually written into the name of the brand. And so we're gonna use the flower emoji today, and I will break everything up into like 5 flowers, 3 flowers, and then like 2, maybe 1 flower. Yeah, hopefully you guys find this video helpful. Go and check out the full playlist of all of my buys if you want to see other brands or other launches that I have talked about recently. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Click the little notification bell down below so you don't miss out when new videos get posted. And without further ado, let's get into this. So first I want to start off on a positive note. So we're going to talk about the 5 flowers out of 5. These are the flowers that, you know what? These are the fake flowers. The ones that look real, but they never die. That's my dream. It's my dream to find those. I just want a vase full of flowers that looks like I went out into a wildflower patch and picked flowers fresh every single day, when really they're fake. So the first product I want to talk about is their highlighting palette, and I cannot say enough good things about this palette. It's their Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette. It looks like this, comes with 3 different shades, and it is so highly rated on the Ulta website. I think it's like 5 stars across the board, and it lives up to that, I'm telling you. This is probably one of my favorite highlighting palettes from the drugstore that I have tested to date. It is just beautiful when you put it on the skin. It blends out beautifully. I was honestly worried that this gold color was going to look a little too dark on me. Oftentimes with these highlighting palettes, you kind of have to pick and choose the shades that are going to work for your skin tone, but I found for me that even this shade right here works well. Like, I'll blend these 2 together. This one's a little too pink for me, but these 2 colors are like perfection. I feel like I need to put more on right now. I don't have enough highlight on my face, but it just gives this beautiful like sheen to the skin. Oh my gosh, it's not glittery in any way. It doesn't look streaky on the skin. It's just like a super beautiful, powerful, over-the-top dramatic highlight that everyone needs in their life. The other product I've been loving is their Shimmer and Shade eyeshadow palette. Actually, both of them I've been really enjoying. This one came a little bit on the broken side. One of the shades is almost entirely disappeared because it's just crumbled into bits. But I have warm naturals and golden naturals here. I have golden naturals on my eyes right now, and they are ridiculously pigmented, super velvety soft, and they blend out like a dream on the eyes. They're so beautiful. This one feels super summery to me. Most of these shades are shimmers, just so you know. Only this shade that I have found is like a pure matte color. But I've even just worn like maybe this color, and this color on the eyes and just blended it out. And it's a really pretty, like a natural everyday kind of a look. And you can use them wet or dry, or at least I have. I don't know, does it even say to do that? Yes, you can wet them for more intensity. So what I do is I will wet a brush. Usually I'll just take like some Fix Plus or something and spritz my brush and then dab it into whatever pigment I want to use, especially these metallics are amazing. Once you wet them, they look really, really intense and beautiful on the eyes. This one you can see it's like super crumbly and disgusting looking, but the shades are much more in the mauve-y tones. This is the palette that I wore in hold on, what day was it? It was in Thursday's video. If you want to go and check out how I use this palette, you can check out that eye look. A lot of you guys were saying that you really liked it, so this is what I used, and I did a tutorial using it on Sunday's video, last Sunday, so there you go. There is some stuff on this palette. I also really like their Mix and Matte Lip Duo. This is more of a satin matte lipstick on one end, and on the other end is a matching gloss, which has more of a It's more of a creamy texture, has a little bit of a metallic finish. It's not glossy. I'm wearing the shade Melon Kiss right now, just the lipstick side, and it's really pretty. It's just a nice, very classic lipstick. It's not super long wearing. It's not transfer proof in any way, but like it's a really pretty everyday soft color. It doesn't feel too matte on the lips. It feels very nice and comfortable. It's not sticky. It's not drying either. And the gloss is nice too, but it's not as glossy as I would personally like, or what I was expecting anyway. It's more of like a creamed lipstick kind of with a shimmery, not a shimmery, but like a metallic finish. But regardless, I've been using this product a lot. Like this shade is just so flattering and pretty and warm and just, oh, such an everyday staple. Love it. Now onto their powder blush. This is their Flower Pots one, and this is in Warm Hibiscus. It has a little bit of a gold sheen to it when you apply it to the skin. It's not super in your face, but it's a little bit like the NARS Orgasm blush that has that nice warm soft pink undertone with the gold in it. So it kind of reminds me of that, but it's really pretty. I'm wearing it on my skin right now. It's quite pigmented and a little bit goes a long way with it, but I've been really enjoying it. I think it gives a really nice natural kind of a glow to the skin. If you don't want to go over the top with the highlight, this is a nice way to go. And the last product I want to talk about in the 5 flowers category is their Forever Wear Long Wear eyeliner. This is the brown one. This pencil is so creamy and it stays put really well on my waterline, which I was kind of impressed with. You don't have to like pull at your eye or like go over it a couple of times to get really nice rich payoff. The one thing I will say, like I like using it on the outer corner and then just sort of like smudging it a little bit to create more of like an everyday easy winged liner, and that works really well for it. I wouldn't use this for like a really dramatic wing or anything like that, but on the waterline and also for that purpose, I really like it. And now moving on to the 3 flowers out of 5. These are the products that worked like pretty well. They're not like my favorites, but they're fine. They weren't terrible or anything like that. So think like a really nice bouquet of flowers. Like you bring it home, you trim it down, which takes like an hour, you put in all the powdered flower food stuff, and you put it there and you're like, yes, triumph. But then 2 days later, all of them are dead, which is not, that is not how long I want flowers to last. I want them to last at least a week. Mind you, I do kill all plants in my house, like every single one. If I look at a plant, it will die. So first up is their Miracle Matte Lip, this color right here. Like I cannot get enough of this color. I tried this out in the video where I tested 5-star rated products from Ulta under 20 bucks. So you can actually see in the application and the wear and like what it looked like by the end of the day and all that stuff if you're interested. I really liked how cooling it felt. It was a lot easier to apply than I thought. It was very creamy and soft and the color was so vibrant and beautiful. The cons to this is that if your lips are not exfoliated, it is going to sink into all those areas and really emphasize them, which is not the look that you're going for when you're trying to wear a bright lip. And then also it just wasn't as long wearing as I was anticipating. I mean, this wasn't supposed to be transfer resistant by any standard, but I was expecting it to last a little bit longer than it did. It was showing up in all my food as I was eating it. It was showing up on my teeth. It was just like, I don't want to have to deal with that when I have on a bright lip like this, but I do really love the color. So I'm gonna keep it in here because it's still really, really pretty. Just don't expect to not have to touch it up throughout the day. Another product is their Illuminating Primer. I actually tried out a bunch of their primers. This one was fine. It was illuminating. It was pretty. I did not find that it helped to keep my makeup on my face though. And it wasn't like it was showing through any of the makeup. So you'd have to wear a very sheer foundation to get that sort of illuminating effect. How I really liked wearing this was just on like no makeup days, and I just wanted a nice illuminated glow to my skin. So that's how I ended up wearing it, and I liked it. It was fine. It just wasn't like, wow, most amazing illuminating primer I've ever used, you know? And then lastly is their Brow Master, which is their all-in-one brow mascara. I have the shade here, light medium, and it comes with this little like wand thing at the end. Honestly, I didn't even use this. I don't even know. It's got like a brush on one side and this long like mascara comb. But the product inside was actually really nice, and the shade was actually surprisingly a good match for me. I was worried it was going to be too light, but it almost gives those nice like highlighted effect to the brows, and it looked really pretty. It was easy to use. It wasn't too much product. It wasn't too little product. I noticed it in the brows without noticing it in a really obnoxious way. It was fine. It wasn't my favorite. I would prefer, there's a couple of, they're more high-end ones that I personally enjoy a lot better, like the Hourglass Volumizing Fiber one, because it adds in like these brow hairs. It makes your brows look really fluffy and fluffy. That's not the word that I wanted to use. They look really feathery and full. This obviously doesn't do that. It's fine, it wasn't terrible, but it's not my favorite. And lastly is the pile of products that just did not work well for me. Some of them are 2 flowers out of 5, some of them are 1. These are like the really bad fake flowers in all like the doctor's offices and stuff, and like littered all over IKEA. You know the ones I'm talking about, right? The ones that have like the really thick neon green stem that is no color of any flower I've ever seen. So the first product is probably gonna come as a surprise to a lot of you because a lot of you guys have talked about how much you love it. It's highly rated. It just didn't work for me. And it is their Light Illusion Luminous Foundation. And this is just a medium coverage but buildable foundation that is going to give a nice luminosity to the skin. So first of all, the color selection isn't great. I have the shade Ivory, which was fine. It was a little on the yellow side, but there isn't much to choose from. Everything's really pink or really yellow. And just in terms of how it applied to the face, I found it to be a little bit on the cakey side. It didn't really blend out as well as I was hoping. I tried it with a whole bunch of different primers in hopes that it was just the primer that I was using, and still nothing. It didn't wear well throughout the day for me. I just didn't love it. I didn't love how it looked, and I have ones from the drugstore that I like a lot better. I also didn't love their pore minimizing primer. This is In Your Prime. This one just didn't do anything for my pores, and that's what it's supposed to be there for. It did feel really nice on the skin. It didn't feel like that spackle, like that thick kind of a texture with that like fills in all the pores. It felt a lot nicer. It felt kind of cooling, but it just didn't do anything, which is kind of a waste of money. Like I don't want to put on a product, even if it feels nice, if it's not gonna do anything. Now onto a mascara that I was kind of disappointed with. This is their Zoom In Ultimate Mascara, and I was really disappointed because I wanted to love this because I think the concept's really cool. And basically, I'll show you guys in a close-up, but the actual mascara wand, when you move and twist the bottom part of it, it twists and goes from straight to twisted, so you can intensify the amount of volume you have in your lashes. But I found that it didn't do that a whole ton. It didn't add a lot of length like it said it was going to. It just, like, especially the flatter edge didn't do anything. My lashes drooped almost immediately. But I feel like if the formula was different, like, I like this concept. I think that's really cool. It just needs a little finessing for me. Now onto a setting spray that ended up putting these little white specks all over my face. This is the Seal the Deal Long Lasting Setting Spray, the matte finish one. It didn't matter if I shook it first, if I didn't shake it. I thought it was because I had like powdered my face poorly, and I was looking in the mirror and I was like, oh, Rachel, you could do better than that. But no, it was this. I didn't notice it adding any sort of significant longevity to my makeup. I didn't notice any significant mattifying elements to it. Again, with the white dots on the face, this was just a huge miss. Another product I didn't love is their Light Illusions Full Coverage Concealer. First of all, the color selection is pretty terrible. There isn't a lot to choose from. So the color I have is a little, again, on the yellow side. This is in light. But the actual consistency of it, I didn't love either. It was very drying under the eyes and looked really bad. And on any like zits and stuff like that, it was just showing all the extra texture. It was full coverage, but it just didn't work for me. I didn't like the texture. I didn't like how it set underneath different setting powders. And yeah, no, this was pretty awful. I want to know what products you guys like and dislike from Flower Beauty. Leave me a comment down below. I want to know what products that you rave about, that you love, use all the time, ones that you've been wanting to try, or products that you just hate, you will never use again. Also check out the video that I did on Thursday. That was all like these empties, because apparently I haven't done an empties video since like 2016. So I'm back. I have more empties. I'm excited to share them with you guys. Go and check out that video and let me know if you came from this video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give it a big thumbs up if you want to see more buy type videos. Leave me a comment down below if there's any particular brands you guys want me to do next. I'm actually working through a full brand one right now, so leave a comment down below. See if you have any guesses on what it is. But that's everything for today's video. I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend, and we'll see you guys all on Tuesday as I knock over things all over my desk. Love you! Mwah!